Today we're going to be working on this beautiful bee charm. If this is a project that you would like to learn, then keep watching. So to start this project, we're going to work with yellow, black, white, and golden beads. I'll leave you the codes in the description down below. So let's get started. So to start this project, we're going to start here in the middle. And since this is a symmetrical project, once we have this first half, the second half will be much easier because it'll be just the middle of this part. So to start this project, I'm going to start here, right in the middle. So I'm going to pick up one yellow and one black and do my foundation row. And to do the foundation row, you already know that we need to work it as a ladder stitch. The ladder stitch is the very beginning of the brick stitch technique. It's how we do our foundation rows. So in order to do that, you just have to pick up a couple beads and then put them just right next to the other like this, and then do a couple stitches so they're secure, and you'll have something like this. This is the very beginning of it. Now we just need to pick up another black and keep going until we have our ladder stitch or foundation row. And remember that to do a foundation row, you just have to go a couple of lines through it at the end. I like to do it at the end so it looks more straight. So here we already see that we have one yellow, two black, one yellow, one black. So I'm going to add another one. And yellow one. Another yellow, and then a couple of black ones. And remember that for ladder stitch, all we need to do is just put them right next to the others. So we pick up the bead and the needle goes up through the last bead, and then through the black bead that we just added. We're going to add our last black bead, and then from the top through our last bead. And we just finished our first row. Don't worry if it looks like this wobbly because we're going to go through them all like this. So what I like to do is I like to go zigzagging through all of them. So they just sit nicely next to the other. You can decide whether to do it right away, right when you start beading. You can go over as soon as you pick up the bead, but I just like to do it at the end. Okay, now that we have our 3 double black beaded row, we have our foundation row, we are ready to start with our second row. We need to pick up one yellow, one black bead, skip this bridge, and go through the second one, and then up the black bead. You see that these ones are not sitting straight, so we need to go back through that yellow bead. So now you can see we already started our ring, adding 2 whites, and we're gonna continue with our blue. We added the 2 whites and a gold one, so now we need to add a black one, 2 yellow, a black, and 1 yellow. Beading something so relaxing. And the reason I started beading was not only to build a business, doing something I love, but because it also allows me to stay home and take care of my mom. As many of you know, my mom is bedridden. She suffers from Alzheimer's, and I take care of her 24/7. And I needed something that I can do while I stay home and take care of her. So this is why I love beading, because in a way it's sort of an escape from my everyday life. So it's something that I enjoy very, very much. Okay, so now that we have finished our third row, we finished our third row. We have 1, 2, 3. This fourth one actually starts here. So it doesn't start with a decrease right from the yellow one, but from the black one. So we have 2 options here. We can either land here and do an increase, which will be easier, or we can land here and do a decrease. So I'm actually gonna land here on the yellow one and do an increase, simply because it's easier. So let's go ahead and do that. And now from here we can simply pick up 1 black and 1 yellow and do a simple increase, which means that we just have to go through this first stitch, and that's all. And from here we can just continue with our pattern. And when you're reading, you really have to pay attention to the pattern, because it's easy to get distracted. And that's probably one of the reasons why beading is so relaxing, because you have to stay focused on what you're doing. When you forget about the world, and you kind of just continue beading. And watching how those little beads become something new. So now that we have finished this last row of yellow beads, all we need to do is continue with our ring right here. So again, we need to land our needle either on the white or the golden one. I'm gonna do the white because, as you know, I prefer to do increases rather than decreases. So I'm gonna land on the white. There we go. And from there, we're gonna pick up 1 gold and 1 white. Another thing that I like to do is working from left to right, which is why you're gonna see me turning my beadwork always to start beading from the left side. And now, since the wing is actually going down, you can work this as an increase. So I'm going to pick up one golden, one white, and work as an increase. So just simply going through the first stitch. And continue. Perfect. And then finish with my pendant. And we finish with our golden bee. And you can see this has, from the white here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that we already are done with the whites. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means that I only need to add this last 3 golden beads. And we are done with our first half of this bee. Super easy and super cute. Perfect. Our last golden bee of this wing, and we have finished our first half of this bee. Okay, so from here we already have our first half, which now is gonna make so much easier to make the second part because it's only gonna be a mirror of this side. And from here, we need to land here, right? So we can start working on the other side of the bee. So for that, I'm just gonna pass my needle through all these beads until I reach the point where I need to be. And while doing this, it's important to do it slowly because we don't want any of the beads to break. So I like to do it 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, depending on what it allows us to do. We're almost there. And this time, I actually think I'm gonna land here because if I land here, I'm gonna have to do a decrease. If I land here on this second one, all I'm doing is an increase, which is easier. So we're here, right where we need to be. And as I mentioned, we're gonna mirror this side. So that means that we need to pick up 2 black beads. And this normally would be an increase, but because I'm here, I'm gonna do it normally as an increase. So I'm just gonna pass it through this first ridge. Perfect. So we have this first 2 black beads. That we need on this side. Now we need a golden one. And I'm gonna continue mirroring this bee until we finish this bee charm. And then come back when it's time to make the earrings and the bracelet. And here I'm already finishing the bee, so I'm just gonna trim a thread. And all that is left to do is adding the queen bead on the top. so we can make our earrings. So all that is left to do is adding our pink bead here at the top so we can make our earrings. And when adding our cream bead, remember to go over a few times just so it's secure. And once we went over 2 or 3 times, we are ready to loose our thread in between the beads. Do our lock stitch. And we're done. Here I already have the other one. So these ones are becoming earrings. And this one right here, which is the one that I was using as a reference, when we began, is gonna become a bracelet. And here I have some stainless steel hooks or huggies that I'm going to use. They're not round, they're more like a teardrop huggies. A couple of jumpers. And now we can take our pliers. I have a couple of pliers here that we can use. One. Then we have our earrings ready. They're perfect now for summertime. Now we're gonna make our bracelet. For the bracelet, we are using black cord. This is 0.8 black cord. We're gonna use approximately 15 inches of cord for each side. And roughly 8 to 10 inches for the closure. And as you can see, this is not coming through, so I'm gonna use my lighter. Let's see for the other side. I need it on this way as well. Short enough just for the cord to go through. just enough for the cord to go through the queen bee. And now, we fold this in half and make sure that they're the same length on each side. And I'm just gonna make a knot. On each side, really simple. You can either make a knot or decide to add a golden bead or a crystal here at the end. And then for the closure, you just need a piece that you can fold like this. And then you just join these two ends together with a flat macrame knot. And if you're not familiar with the macrame knot, you can check this other video where I show you exactly how to make the macrame knot step by step. Perfect. So now that we're done, all that is left to do is just cut the ends, or trim the ends, and use a lighter to finish. Always remember to use the blue side of the flame. In this case, the cord is already black, so it doesn't make much difference, but if the cord is in another color and you don't use the blue side of the flame, it turns black. Once you measure the desired length of the bracelet, then you see that it's enough to go through your wrist. You can simply add a couple of beads or a couple of crystals, or just make a knot so this doesn't come undone. And here we are just finishing, cutting the last excess of cord that we have and burning the tips so this doesn't come undone, and our bracelet is done. So here's the bracelet and the earrings that are soon going to be added to the website. Remember that if you are not interested in making these but you still would like to purchase them, all the pieces that we make here are available on the website www.missbonito.com. I hope you like this video and that you learned a lot from it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and also click the notification button so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching and see you on the next